And we're live. Look at my hands. Hello, everybody. Z3. KO Trinity here. Welcome to the 31st episode of Horror Vlog. No, I can't see nobody's comments, so don't even bother. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get
live comments coming from my phone.
We're here. That is so weird that this is the 31st episode and it's October 31st. I did not plan that at all.
And what a coincidence.
Yeah,
I think Jacob purposely made a couple extras.
I mean, they go back, there's like at least 3 horror vlog specials that weren't numbered. So, but yeah, this is the 31st episode. We're going to be talking to you guys about our favorite horror movies. I got my horror pajamas on. Do you guys have your horror pajamas on?
I got my pants on.
That'll work.
Obviously,
and
Jacob.
Those pants are dreaded.
Jacob forgot to, introduce everybody here.
I did. Right here is Batman Dragon. And right here, is it still T-Man J24TJ?
Yeah.
Or did you change it?
No, it's T-Man J24.
T-Man J.
Okay, because he changed it at one point to like Needle Nuts.
Yeah.
But now it's back in its origin. T-Man J24TJ.
Or just TJ because it's easier.
Yeah. He does diecast videos, which are very badass. I love his diecast collection. They're really cool. Yeah. So please check those out.
Also, more specifically, NASCAR diecast.
NASCAR diecast. But enough about NASCAR. We're here to talk about horror stuff. Okay, first of all, it's Halloween. What's typically the first thing you think of when someone says it's Halloween?
Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Pumpkins. Nice. I was thinking of costumes.
Well, we think pumpkins. So
Yeah, just because...
Well, 2 against 1. Well,
anytime you see Halloween, there's always just a pumpkin with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's visually for me.
Did you guys carve a pumpkin this year?
I did.
My
girlfriend and I carved a pumpkin this year. It was great.
Yeah, we were supposed to carve a pumpkin for our Halloween party, but no one wanted to after no one showed up.
No one wanted to after nobody showed up. The people who didn't show up didn't want to.
Did you do like the classic just smile on
yeah,
pumpkin?
just a smile, because that was the first pumpkin we carved. So it was just basic bitch pumpkin.
I got a pumpkin and me and Alexis carved a cat out of it. It was small. It was like such a big pumpkin, but we carved a little cat in it.
And he used to feed him kitten.
Mm-hmm. He was a good kitten too. Give him a Nike every day.
And then he rotted.
And then he rotted and got
Quickly.
juicy. By the way, if you guys have never tried pumpkin seeds before, do so. Take pumpkin seeds out, wash them real good, lay them on a towel, not a paper towel, because I did that mistake, but an actual towel. Let them dry very good. Put them in a bowl with butter and salt, and then put them in the oven for 350 degrees for 20 minutes. You have yourself the best damn tasting popcorn you've ever had. I'm serious. Who all has joined us so far?
El Manuel.
Well, God, I knew he
El
was
Manuel, thank you for joining. Happy Halloween.
And Hemingway J.
Hemingway J, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween skis.
Yep. But have you guys carved any pumpkins this year?
Especially you, Levi.
Yeah, he said pumpkin seeds are good.
Well, I've seen Levi's on his Facebook page, the alien pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
He carved.
His mom carved.
His mom carved.
I didn't do one. I've never
He's just
done.
sitting back watching TV. Yeah, it looks good, Mom. This looks good.
Like, out of all the years growing up, Dad was always the one who carved the pumpkins. I've never done one myself. This was going to be the first year, but then everyone fell out of it, and I was like, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't.
But,
now it's too late because tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
We celebrate our holidays days in a row.
One day after the other.
Yeah, Halloween's today, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, Christmas the day after that. Then we have our New Year.
Yeah.
And then screw the rest of the days.
Yeah.
Then they don't exist. I sleep the rest of the year.
363.
After Thanksgiving, I hibernate. That's
Hibernate.
I hibernate.
Is that a new Pokemon? Go, Hibernite!
That would be a cool name.
Yeah, he sleeps during the winter, so you can only catch him in the summer.
It should be Snorlax of all form.
Oh, shit.
It should be Snorlax of all form. Hibernite.
Hibernate.
You can find them in the winter, catch them easy.
The game translates, the game, like, you know, goes by based on what's in
And my fiance is passing out over there on the floor.
You think she was drunk?
Yeah.
We're having a seizure.
Don't shit the floor again, honey.
Inside joke, you had to be at Chick-fil-A with us.
Yeah. Well, screw your phone.
It was Levi's comment now.
I
mean,
you
no,
saw
sorry.
his LMAO.
Oh, shit. I said his name on YouTube. He's going to sue me now.
Yeah. The other thing I think of when I think of Halloween is costumes. Did you guys happen to wear a costume this year at all?
No.
Not really?
We had a Halloween party at work today, and we were told to dress up.
See, I was actually going to wear a Superman costume to this Halloween party I went to, but unfortunately, I had to work that day, so I came as Super Freezer Man. And I had my freezer attire on, my jacket and stuff, name tag, but underneath was Superman shirt.
Originally, I had planned on dressing up as a Overwatch League player.
That
I
would
was
require
going to. I was going to wear my
You
Overwatch
show
League
in as
jersey.
Diva, like, hey.
Yeah.
I was just going to wear my Overwatch League jersey with the headphones on and a controller, but
So
I just forgot to.
Player of Overwatch, not
Yeah, like
really
an actual Overwatch League player
Oh,
with my
okay.
Overwatch League jersey.
If you had to wear a costume, TJ, what costume would you wear?
I don't know. Race car driver or something.
The car.
Yeah.
Who's coming?
We're both going to cosplay for next year's SubasaCon.
Yeah, I'm going to cosplay a speed racer.
What about you guys? What's your Halloween costume this year? Have they said anything? Any updates?
Hey, Alexis.
Who cares what we're talking about? Hey, Alex.
And he said, and El Manuel said he gotten better at carving pumpkins over time.
Yeah, she didn't.
Oh,
She's
that's
too
good.
camera shy. She didn't want to be in the video. But we're gonna give a shout out to her favorite movie when we're talking about it.
I love that the extra light I turn on just makes up TJ's like.
Yeah,
glowing. Like TJ's just
well, he's
shining
new to
on.
the horror vlog, so
We should just turn the
everybody
lights off.
Everybody give
Just
him a
leave
round
that.
of applause.
All right, yeah.
Hey,
All right,
TJ,
stop.
Just for curiosities.
Just for karate.
Just
Um,
for karate.
I wonder what it would look like if we turned both the top lights off and just had that glowing light. I wonder how dark it would look.
I don't know. I'm
Just
not
for
gonna do
curiosity, get naked for us.
that.
Just dance.
That was scary, guys.
But is there anything else you guys think of when the word Halloween pops up?
I was an old man for my costume. Good to know.
Cool.
Everybody give him a round of applause!
Ah, all right. Go, old man. Who's the old man? Levi?
Old man, well.
Old
No,
man.
that's seriously his costume this year was Old Man Will.
That's
But anyway,
Candy. by the
candy
way.
comes to
That's
my
what he
mind
said.
as well, yeah. Candy comes to mind. We didn't have a lot of trick-or-treaters this year, which, where I live, they closed trick-or-treating. Huh?
We didn't have a lot of trick-or-treaters
Yeah.
in the
because-
backwoods.
Where
Our
we-
neighbor is like 20. The other one's 45. If we got trick-or-treaters, we need to call the cops.
we-
they ain't trick-or-treated this year.
We don't even get trick-or-treaters because everyone
No,
thinks we're a drug
I mean
house.
like the town itself. Because
Halloween?
no, it was yesterday, and the reason why was because of church. They said church was on Wednesday, so they didn't want to have it on Wednesday.
Oh, because
Even though they had it Wednesdays before, but this Wednesday was
this Wednesday was special.
More special.
yeah,
It was
More special
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
yeah. But anyway, I'm more of a traditionalist myself. Like that's like saying, hey, let's have Christmas on December 1st this year. It's just not right. It's
Halloween needs to be on
It's
Halloween.
always
damn it.
traditional, yeah.
Yeah.
Get your shit together and get the hell up.
Yeah, you'll have church next week.
Church is
Well,
every week.
I used to have subscribers on this channel. But, yeah, candy, I always thought it was so scary. Like, have you guys ever gotten, like, a syringe in your candy bag?
No, I never have.
Never say
Why, the drugs are really expensive, and to plant
But
them
the
in
drugs,
children's
boy.
candy.
No, literally.
No,
That was this
It's
conversation we
a
actually
big
had.
scare when I was a kid. Like, you always
Razor
had to
blades.
show your candy to your parents first before you got it. Because there's, like,
They were
people
lacing
who
people
put
with stuff.
razor blades in there, poisoned apples.
It's because
I found,
like that.
I found the high capacity automatic assault rifle in my candy.
I mean, it's kind of sad that
I
not
tried to
even,
bite
like,
on it.
It's sad that not even trick or treating could be done this properly anymore, just because the people want to be dumbasses about it. It's like Thanksgiving got completely ruined because of Black Friday. It's like, oh, forget Thanksgiving ever happened. That's Black Friday day. They've turned all of Thanksgiving into this whole let's all shop instead of eat with our families. And like Christmas is literally the only thing that's been kept sacred, unless you're Donald Trump and you think America needs to become or Christmas needs to become great again. You know, because it's never changed. No one's really attacking Christmas. It still has its days. No one works. Everyone still stays together. But Thanksgiving and Halloween are the only two that I see actually being changed and altered.
What do you mean Christmas ain't sacred anymore? People out here is telling me happy holidays and this bunch of Kwanzaa stuff, man. What kind of shit is that? It's Christmas here in America.
Oh, damn it, Bobby. Damn
it, Bobby. It's Bobby's fault.
Bobby's
When you see this, Bobby, it's your fault.
It's all Bobby's fault.
We had 45 kids. They came in truckloads.
What?
And we ran out of candy with twice. 45 is a lot of kids for us up here on the mountain. Who takes a truck up on the mountain to trick or treat? I feel like you are asking for murderers.
All right, kids, get in the back of the truck. We're going trick or treating.
Get in the back of the truck. We're going to Levi's house. We're getting 45 pieces of candy apiece.
And pizza.
A piece.
I thought you said in
We're
pizza.
getting 45 pieces of candy and a pizza.
Damn. Well, shit.
There's a sausage cheese pizza in my bag.
Well, TJ and me were talking about giving out bags of chips for
little
the little bags of chips.
Hell, that'd be better than getting candy from me.
Mm-hmm.
Poppables? Hell yeah.
Yeah, damn right. Give me some Doritos.
But I don't think I've only went trick-or-treating myself like 2 or 3 times only when I was a kid. So I don't remember.
We went until I was like 7 or 8. Or no,
Well,
I was
only
10.
A few times I remember.
10 was the last time I went.
But anyway, oh shit. My phone's gonna die. But anyway, I don't remember really getting anything weird.
No, the weirdest thing we ever had was that witch on the top of the mountain that kept making noises and stirring that cauldron thing in Bell Point. We were like, and then that guy who looked like he was on drugs, and he just was dead laying there, and he had a little bowl, and whenever you go to grab his candy, he would grab your hand, and then, you know, you want to just go give him a right hook.
Throat chop.
Just dead leg him.
And like all the teachers lived in Bell Point, so you knew you were getting good candy. Like you got the
And
full candy bars, not the little
And
Kit
they all
Kat
taught
sizes.
us, so they're like, oh my god, look at you.
Oh, you're a little pumpkin. Here's a candy bar.
Let me carve you.
Slice and dice. Sorry, let's scream.
Well, before my phone dies, let's get into
Horror vlog, more like comedy vlog.
Yeah.
Right. We've been incredibly funny today.
Oh my god, what is your favorite horror movie?
So speaking of horror movies, so you're probably wondering why I gathered you all here today.
Okay, I'll read that here in a minute, Levi. I mean, no.
You better watch, he might sue you.
I mean, Wardman 24.
I mean, draw Evil 25951.
Draw Weevil. Alright, so you asked me what my favorite horror movie was? Well, that
Anything on the Mailman Watch channel.
Yeah, that sock puppet video gives me the nightmares.
On Elm Street.
On Elm Street. No. My favorite movie, horror movie, and it's kind of like, I don't just watch it at Halloween. I do watch through the whole series at Halloween. Actually, I haven't done it that year. Well, I guess I ain't sleeping tonight. But I usually watch Scream once a year. I did watch Scream 4 this year.
Me and Alexis binge watched Scream.
I watched Scream 4 this year, but I haven't watched the first 3 this year. Not this year, but this year for Halloween. Scream is always my favorite series. It's my comfort movie. I feel like it's weird to have a horror slasher movie as a comfort movie. But it's just, I love the movie, the characters, the way it's written. I think it's Wes Craven's best writing. I think it's better than the Nightmare on Elm Street series because I think he did much better writing for it. Because he was parodying, you know, it was trying to be a comedy, but it was more of a parody of horror movies. But at the same time, had its own story. It wasn't just like Scream and being funny. And
I like how each movie made fun of like
what it was.
Typicals. Like the second one made fun of sequels. Third one made fun of trilogies.
Fourth one made fun of
remakes. And
then when they made the TV show, they made fun of horror TV shows. You know. And so I think they did. I mean, of course, that was iffy and not as good. But still, the Scream 1 is my favorite of all. I think the characters were well written. The dialogue was perfect.
Quotes. My favorite part of that whole movie It's where Sydney disappears, and they're trying to find her. And then she calls the house, and she has the voice changing thing. She's like, "I want to play a game. It's called I just called the cops."
Did you really call the cops? Yeah. My mom and dad's gonna kill me. I love that movie. There's just so much good about that movie.
Number 4 was also really good, but I think 1 and 3 are my 2 absolute favorites of the whole series.
Yeah, I think that I really like the 4th one because I love the ending when she just like, you forgot one rule about remakes: don't fuck with the original, and then she kills her. Like, I just love that.
And then
I
she drops
love
that deuce in her face.
Yeah,
She's like,
yeah. I don't know where I'm going. But I mean, just in general,
subscribe.
I really love all 3 of the actors.
Shit on you.
I'll take my shirt off.
Scary enough. But all 3 of the actors were really, really good for the show. Loved every bit of it.
Mm-hmm. You guys know my number 1 favorite was Child's Play. And I've already did a review on Child's Play, so I felt that I should do a review on the original Halloween movie, Halloween.
Halloween movie. Halloween.
Made in 1978 by John Carpenter, is the cheapest made movie in history. Guess how much money he used to make that movie?
Wasn't it less than $1,000 or something like that?
Yes, it is less than $1,000.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was like less than $1,000.
Mm-hmm. She knows what's up.
What, 12
He
bucks?
just, no,
$12.
$12. He wishes.
I got this last $12 in my pocket. What do I do with it?
$300.
Yeah.
$300 is all he had to his name to make this movie.
I mean,
And
he
it
really
was
didn't have
so
to pay
brilliant.
the actors very much because they were all like.
A lot of the actors were family friends that he.
I mean, that's why
They just did
Jamie
movie.
Lee Curtis. That was her very first movie, and that shit started her life. I mean, from that point on, she had like 9 horror movies in a row, and then she was like, "Fuck that," and then she got naked on film when she started doing romance movies, and then she never did a horror movie again until after that horrible, Resurrection movie.
She was also in Scream Queens. But there's just something magical about that Halloween movie that sets it apart from all other horror movies. Just the feeling of it. It chills you to the bone in a way that no gory movie can, that no supernatural movie can. It's about this boy who kills his family. I think it was just his sister. Because I think Rob Zombie's remake, he kills the whole family. But in this one, he just kills the sister.
He waits till the boyfriend leaves the house. He goes upstairs. She's butt naked, trying to fix her hair and stuff. And she goes, "Michael, what are you doing?" And then he just starts stabbing her. And then he looks at the knife while he's stabbing her. And then, I watched it twice recently.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But
and then his parents find him outside.
They come outside. They take his mask off. He's just standing there as if he was possessed or something.
What was his outfit?
A clown suit. And it was also recreated in Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, when his niece killed her mom at the end of it, wearing a clown suit.
From 2,000 years ago.
But that was John Carpenter at his best.
Definitely at his best.
But, just the way the movie is, the way they describe the boogeyman, the way that he killed the people, it was just something about that movie that completely sets it apart from any movie I've ever seen.
Fun fact, the only person in the movie that actually called him Michael was the psychologist. Everybody else referred to him as the boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's really good about the newest, the sequel that they made recently that came out this year, was that they went back to this idea that it's not Michael, it's the boogeyman. And it makes him go back to the origins of something that is more supernatural than just a human.
And just like the quote from the original movie, too, the psychologist, he said, "I've spent 8 years trying to get through to this boy. And I spent the next 7 years keeping him locked up. Because what's behind the eyes of that child is just pure evil."
But I actually want to argue that it's not
8 whole
evil.
years this psychologist is trying to get this kid to speak to him, to do something. But after 8 whole years, he realizes that there's something wrong with this kid.
Do y'all think he's pure evil?
No, I mean, no, not really.
I honestly don't think he's pure evil.
Well,
I really don't.
What do you think drove him 40 years? Because now we're getting into the sequel of the newest, 2018 Halloween. 40 years, not speaking, not nothing. Just the minute he gets the opportunity to leave on Halloween night, and he's just this force, this strong force, just plowing his way, bodies after bodies.
I think he's, specific with who he wants to kill, why he wants to kill. It's something that he wants to relive the night that he started those massacres. He killed a babysitter and the boyfriend. He even did it the same way. He had her dressed up in a ghost afterwards. He stabbed him up on a wall. He was reliving that night over again on purpose. And the thing I'm arguing with is when the first thing that you see him with, two boys run into him. Why did he kill him? He left them alone. They were no harm to him. He left them alone.
There's that baby in that crib that he left alone.
He completely ignored the baby. Of course, if you want to be technical, that was the editor, the director had to alternate that scene. It was really just supposed to be a guy sleeping on the couch, and he leaves the guy alone and walks out of the room. And the purpose was that he's random, that he kills randomly, not for any specific reason. But I don't think that's true. Even if that's what the director wants, the way he wrote the story, it's not random. Because what he did, it wasn't random.
Yeah,
but they had to replace it with a baby because the guy who was supposed to be sleeping on the couch was taking a shit. And so they just replaced it with a crib and said, make baby noises. Put baby noises in there.
John Carpenter's later.
But I think that he has a reason. A pure evil would kill whatever was in his way, no matter what. Those big kids run into him, he would have went slice and dice. And even in the original,
kill a kid in the new.
But he was in his way. Someone that could potentially cause him trouble. He had a gun, and he was trying to take the car that he needed. He did it for a reason. But the other kids that were not causing him any harm, he left alone. Even in the original Halloween, all the children he ran into, he did not bother. Even the kids that were being babysit, he left them alone. He was after the girl. And the reason he went after her is because it looked like his sister, which is the misinterpretation that she is his sister.
And he's got killed anybody who specifically got in his way.
Yeah. I've been looking up way too much on the Halloween because I want to do a psychology of Michael Myers.
But
so
this is just a fantastic movie. John Carpenter probably didn't know at that time he was making such a, I wouldn't want to say masterpiece, but because that's less of a word, but just an iconic movie, something that's so pure and so good. I think generations upon generations, way after we're dead,
in all honesty,
watch this movie.
I think John Carpenter did what Bob Kane and Bill Finger did for Batman and made an iconic character that will never be forgotten. And that's what John Carpenter has done. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know that was going to happen because Bill Finger and Bob Kane had no idea how far Batman was going to go. And now look at it.
That's kind of like me. When I first watched Child's Play, it really stuck with me. And that's why I found my passion in horror movies. Not because, ooh, he kills people, but just the way they made the movie, the way it was written, the way it was directed. First whole half of the movie, you didn't actually see the doll move. You didn't have to see the doll do anything to know that this doll was killing these people in the beginning. But then when it got to the scene where it was the doll, it was just so scary, so chilling. I mean, they could have just, shown the doll from beginning moving and doing all shit, but no, they did it so good.
I think Chucky did something. I think they took a lot of that from the original Friday the 13th, because you never saw the killer in the original Friday the 13th, the entire movie. And I think that was what Chucky, or Child's Play, did partially. The first half of the movie, you didn't see, first half of the killings, you didn't see it.
Because you wanted to think, is it the boy? Is it the doll?
And once you found it was the doll, you were like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Because, he possessed the spirit into the doll, but he could be acting through the boy. So the whole half of the movie, you're like, boy, doll. Which one is it?
Doll.
But when you see the doll, that she realized there was no batteries in it and he was talking, she went to, shake him, say something, damn it, and then he, bites her and just goes full on Chucky mode. And it was just...
No, it's a great movie.
Great movie.
Love that movie.
But Halloween is just a keystone movie that everyone should definitely have.
And we are getting a sequel to the newest Halloween movie, and they said they're hoping to have it out by next Halloween.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for it.
What I
love
did
Michael
like
Myers.
is I watched an interview with John Carpenter and James Bloom, the guy that owns Bloomhouse Productions.
Which is an amazing studio.
He fully funds pretty much every horror movie now.
Anything? Well, yeah. I
And,
mean, pretty much all the hot Conjuring.
Yeah,
Purge.
he fully puts money in.
And he has the
helps them
right to
produce
Halloween
and
now.
stuff.
He has the full creative rights to Halloween.
Well,
right
what
now.
I really liked was what John Carpenter said in the interview. He said, "Yeah, I get this phone call from James, and he says, 'Hey, would you like to make a great Halloween movie?' And he says, 'No, not just a great one, an amazing Halloween movie.' And he said, what really sold me was that he said, 'It's not about the money. I have money,' is what James said. 'It's not about the money. I have money.' He said, 'Let's just make a really good Halloween movie.'
Yeah.
And that's why John Carpenter said, 'I'll do it.' And he worked with them to make the script, worked with the writer, or writers, because there was two of them. And then, of course, the director himself is the one that brought this movie to life. But
Yeah, and
John
Bloom
Carpenter had a lot to
and
do
Bloom
with it.
said with the sequel, he said from the beginning he knew he wanted to make more than just one. But he said that he was not going to let anybody touch that film until he got a good enough script. So that just shows that he's putting the care into the series it deserves.
I just like how they had a passion for it. It wasn't just, ooh, let's make another one because it'll make millions.
Because they could have slapped the name on it and made millions,
Yeah,
but
'cause they
they
could've just
slapped
had,
the name on it and made a masterpiece.
Let's just dress someone as Michael, have him kill like one or two people, and then have him die at the end, or something like that. And then boom, we have a movie. But
But
no,
they did something
they
amazing with it.
detail per detail. What can we do? But T-Man J24 TJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, before we get to you, Alexis's favorite horror movie happens to be The Lost Boys, which me and her watched. I watched it for the very first time last night, and I have to say, that is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Is that the one with Daryl Dixon in it?
No. It has Corey Feldman?
Wait.
Corey what?
Kiefer Sutherland and Corey
Kiefer
Feldman.
Sutherland and Corey Feldman.
You're thinking of Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints, thank
Which
you.
is also a good
I was
movie.
literally trying to remember what
But
movie it was.
anyway, it was a fantastic movie. It was
I don't know
quirky.
if I've made it.
But it was the only gore that you really see in the movie is the vampires getting killed, not them killing the people, but just the vampires themselves is what the gore you see.
You want to know what's hard to admit,
What?
but I'm going to anyways? You know what I've been watching the last 3 days before Halloween ended?
Oh.
The Twilight series.
Yeah.
I'm on
It's a good
I'm on
series.
Breaking Dawn Part 2 right now.
Oh, Twilight! I thought you meant Twilight Zone.
No, the Twilight movies. I'm on
I
Breaking
only
Dawn.
liked the last two Twilight movies.
I'm actually enjoying it all, and it sucks. Like, I hate that I like them all, but because I hated New Moon originally, but now I actually like New Moon after I paid attention.
I just
to the
don't like
movie.
any of them but the last two.
It's
it
not
had
because
more
I'm like,
action.
oh my god, I love sexy vampires and werewolf titties.
Werewolf.
Like, I like the
It's
actual...
all six of them, you know.
I don't know, there's something about it that is so, it's enjoyable. I don't know.
But yeah, continuing on to Lost Boys.
Instead of
This not this Lost Boy here, but
lost in my feelings.
Lost in my fantasies. Jacob Black.
Look, I'm
You
not even
have
gonna
this-
say it.
You have the same name as my brother.
Yeah, that is not.
But
But
yeah, Lost Boys. The ending of Lost Boys is probably the best ending to a movie I've ever seen in my
Isn't there
entire
like 6
life.
movies in that series or something?
3. There's only 3. One, the sequel, and then a remake. And that's it. But anyway, I'm gonna spoil the ending because I just love it so much. I love when the main vampire gets shown. They're talking against him. And all of a sudden, their grandpa's car comes plowing through the house. This huge stake jams the vampire in the chest and kills him. And they're like, and the mom's like, "Dad?" And he's just walking slowly, goes in the fridge, grabs him a root beer and starts drinking it.
I've seen
And
Lost Boys
he,
now.
he turns
I remember
around and he's like, the one thing I hate about living in Santa, whatever the place was it Carla? Santa Carla, is all the damn vampires. And then that's how the movie ends.
I remember
Credits
that movie
roll.
now. I watched that. I
That's
thought you
probably the
watched that
best.
with me and
No,
Jenna.
I've never seen that one.
Me, Jenna, and Penny watched it at her.
I
at her
never
place
paid
one year.
attention
I
if
thought
we
you were
did.
with us.
No.
Pretty sure
But
Jenna watched
I
that with me.
absolutely love that ending. Probably the best ending to a horror movie ever. But your turn. What's your favorite scary movie?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That's a nice one.
That's a
Comedy.
good movie,
Shit, that is
gory.
literally the randomest movie I thought you could have possibly have said.
I mean, I
I
wasn't
thought you were
gonna
going to say Elf with the.
you know, Buddy the Elf.
Whenever you said it, I was like, I was sitting there, I was like, wow, what, I did not expect that. I was expecting something
I
else.
mean, probably, you know, I've not seen in a couple of years, but Tucker and Dale versus Evil is my favorite one. Just, I mean, you know, the guys, they rescue this girl, and then she's, you know, thinks that they kidnapped her or whatever.
Well, I think
that's how it
she
went.
doesn't think she's been kidnapped, but her friends do.
Yeah, that's what it is, and she has to.
And her friends like try to find elaborate ways to get her out and attack them, and like they'll slip
they
and
have
fall
to-
on the rake and die.
Yeah.
And like the Tucker and Dale literally do nothing to these kids. These kids literally kill themselves, and I think it's Tucker goes, "Those teenagers are killing each other on my yard." And like it's a good movie. Yeah, I agree. That's one of my favorite like full horror movies.
It's reverse psychology with horror, pretty much.
Like these are
it's like
backwood.
not a killer killing people, but just
They're just killing
you know,
themselves because they're stupid.
people thinking these two dudes are weirdos and they get killed in their yard.
Well, you look at them and you think they are probably serial
Rednecks.
killers who are like
they're
backwood,
probably rednecks.
incestual. Like seriously, that's what their characters are. But they're like the nicest people. And
Our neighbor is moaning.
No, that was a fast car.
That was not. No,
That was a fast car.
I'm pretty sure that was our neighbor moaning.
How does a neighbor know?
How's a car go? Yeah.
It's more likely than a guy.
That's a guy car. I can't tell the difference.
But yeah, I really do like Tucker Dale versus Evil because it's like just something is killing those kids and they're like tripping and falling, getting run over, shooting themselves.
Yeah.
They're tripping balls, man.
But like these two guys are like, what's going on?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, because she got rescued and her friends stopped.
Yeah, I forgot what happened to
What
her.
about you guys? What's y'all's favorite scary movie? Comment below.
Well,
Will
Elman Wells says Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street. My phone's starting to be stupid. He said Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween Town.
That's
Nightmare
right.
on Elm Street is a classic movie that you.
Something made me happy
Probably
yesterday. A
watch.
little girl that my dad knows, her parents told her that my dad was Santa Claus, and she came to my dad and sat on his lap. It was a joyful scene. She told him everything she wanted. Or wait, everyone that saw. Oh.
What
He
kind
gave
of
out candy
porno is
fulls of
going on
candy.
here?
Uh,
This nice little girl, she sat on my lap and told me everything Daddy couldn't give her.
where's your new mask at, Jacob? Jacob just
Where's
asked
your
me
new
to do
mask
top
on Jack Off?
He said Jacon, and then he
Oh.
corrected and said Jacob. Jacob, you asked me to do a top
I want to
10.
know about this story with a little girl sitting on somebody's lap, telling them all she's wanting in
No,
her
his
life.
dad. She can't.
So a girl came and sat on his dad's
a
lap.
friend of his dad's, little girl. He told her that Levi's dad was Santa. So she came in, sat on his lap, and I don't know, something stupid. You'll read the comments later. Something stupid.
Did I ever ask, hey, guys, comment below your weirdest Christmas story? No, I didn't. It's a damn horror vlog, not St. Nicholas vlog.
So Levi commented with a.
Yeah, he said a little girl sat on his dad's lap
When?
and told him
Just randomly?
everything he wanted for Christmas.
Just randomly.
On Halloween night. She's like, trick or treat this ass. No, let me tell you the candy I want this year for Halloween.
He also said he saw a kid dressed up as Slappy, and
Slap him.
and Brandon Loberg
Slapping slapping.
said he's currently watching Terrifier with his brother.
Terrifier is such a good movie.
It
You need to
really
watch
is.
that.
Yeah, I do.
Because it was good.
I mean, it is B-rated as hell, but honestly, when I first started watching it with the person I was watching with, I was like, this is gonna suck. And he's like, probably, but let's just give it a chance. I was like, okay. So we started watching it. Halfway through, I was like, okay, we have to finish this now because
You told me it was good, so I was cleaning my room and I needed something to listen to, and I was like, well, I'll just put on Terrifier. And I was cleaning, but most of the time I just kept like staring at the TV screen, and like, it was a B-rated movie, but it was so well done.
I'm sorry, but
that-
Art the Clown is scarier than it.
Yeah. Like,
Just
I'd be
saying.
more scared of him than I would Pennywise.
If I saw Pennywise the Clown, I'd be like, hey, well, how you doing, Pennywise? What you doing this evening?
Oh,
But-
you know, I'm just hanging around the sewers.
But if I saw Art the Clown,
Art
fuck
Clown.
that. I'm out. Because he, literally watching it, I didn't want to be left here alone after watching it. Because I had visualized this fucker in my head to the point where I didn't want to be in a room by myself.
Yeah,
It
I
sucked.
just had a tidbit problem with that movie. That was because of the whole supernatural feel at the end.
Yeah,
But other than that, I thought it was an excellent movie.
yeah.
And it is a prequel to the All Hallows Eve movies. And on Amazon, they have the 2-movie pack for $10.
They're also
I'm
making a sequel
thinking
to Terrifier.
about, I'm sure, but I'm thinking about buying those two and watching them.
Because it's,
I
a
like
bunch
Terrifier.
it's a bunch of mini stories about Art the Clown, like.
And different ones from what I know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, yeah, that's all our favorite Halloween movies.
I don't know why we started off like sitting forward right in the camera's face, and then we all started leaning back, and I'm just like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
He like leaves.
He's like, oh, excuse me. But anyway, thank you guys. I hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed this little vlog of
Big.
ours. And yeah, did you guys experience anything scary this year for Halloween? Were you out giving candy to kids and a little kid got candy and then disappeared? Like he went as a ghost. He was like, you know, full on cloth.
children.
No, full on.
He flops his
No,
thing
full
over the
on
room.
cloth, like little ghost. And you put the candy in a bucket and it walks forward and then the cloth just drops.
Look, I would go piss on that cloth. I'd be like, fuck you.
Like, did anything scary? Like, did you see
I went
an
to work.
actual clown
Yeah.
walking around?
No. Yeah, I'm out.
We actually almost saw a clown
We almost
At
saw a
that
clown.
gas
We
station.
assumed it was a clown.
at that gas
You assumed that
station.
clown's gender.
You assumed that clown. You assumed that costume.
Just because I wear little poofy suits doesn't mean I'm a clown.
Oh my god. Poop.
Hey, hey, hey.
Just because I wear a
Clown
poop
rights.
suit.
Clown life matters.
Clown lives matter. Until Halloween, you run them over.
But, yeah, that's it for the Halloween vlog. What do you guys think? Was it good? Was it bad?
Thank you for
Give
spending your
all
Halloween
thumbs
with us.
ups.
Yeah.
If
Like,
you spend
If
Halloween
you liked
with us.
it, thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs up.
And if you really want to have some fun, go over to my channel and thumbs that up.
Just any video.
Doesn't matter.
subscribe to me.
And Elman will thumbs down. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Especially those top 10 videos. Just kidding. We all love you.
Number 5 on the list. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm C. Skeptonopolis,
Batman Dragon.
and that is
I'm
T-Man J.
I'm the
Clover.
tomato.
He's the tomato pickle. And I
24.
guess...
Come on, TJ.
Okay. Pull up my pants before
I take
my
it with
wiener
me.
shows. See you in the next video.
Hey, what time is it?
Skis.
Stop when you get a jab.